Hey Parker, so welcome to the first video of the new year. On a much sadder note, Parker, I am very sure you have heard of the news of the Comfort Women who recently received a settlement of approximately 1 billion yen. 1 billion yen in American currency is, let's check the current exchange rate. 1 billion yen to US dollar is about $8.5 million. That's a pretty sizable chunk of change. However, the Comfort Women in question say that this is kind of too little too late. Now, Parker, I don't know if you know what the Comfort Women are. I'm very certain that I did not know what they were approximately a week ago because it had never been brought up in any sort of fashion. I consider myself decently educated. I graduated high school in the state of Maryland. I am in my second year of college. Now, Parker, we are all very familiar with World War II and the sort of atrocities that happened in World War II, but there is one thing apparently we don't learn about, and that is the circumstances that surrounded these Comfort Women. Often they were young South Korean girls. I've also read things that say that these Comfort Women could also have been found in China and Thailand and other Asian and Southeast Asian countries. These young girls were taken away from their homes under the guise of, you're going to work in a factory now, or you're going to have a job working for the army now, and if they didn't go with the army, who were the people gathering them up, they would be considered traitors to Japan. And so, of course, these girls would go, but instead of getting a factory job, or an administrative position, or a nursing position, or any sort of position, really, they were forced to work in military-run brothels under the name of Comfort Women, which from what I can read, it's a euphemism for basically a prostitute. The reason that this is too little too late, in the opinion of the Comfort Women, the remaining Comfort Women, I should say, until 93, at the very least, the government denied the existence of Comfort Women. The Japanese government denied their existence. That means for nearly 50 years, these women were considered not to exist by the Japanese government, and therefore they got no aid, no assistance, nothing to deal with the trauma and the PTSD and the physical and emotional and mental scars that were left from their time spent in these military-run brothels, where sometimes they would have dozens of customers a day. I'm using the nicest terms to describe it because that's what we do in polite society. By no means was it nice. These women often were in horrible circumstances, and many of them either contracted STDs, which left them infertile, or they were the victims of traumatic beatings that left them infertile, or different ordeals. Just now, in December of 2015 or so, was some sort of monetary aid and real acknowledgement given to these women. So that's another 12 years or so. Not the speediest reparations. There is also the point that many of the Comfort Women have died because, like I said, it's been now about 62 years. Now, what do I think needs to happen? I don't know. I'm not any sort of trauma specialist. I don't work with these women. I don't know what they really need. I don't know. It's just when you think about what they went through and how long they were denied, I don't know if 1 billion yen is necessarily the appropriate amount. I just wanted to talk about this because it is something that I can't believe, especially something I can't believe that the Japanese government denied existed for so long. Now, official estimates of the number of Comfort Women, I have heard estimates ranging from as low as 10,000 to as high as 500,000. The most popular number seems to be somewhere between 200 and 300,000. Now, the most horrifying thing about the Comfort Women's story is that it was a government-sanctioned thing. It was run literally by the Japanese military. Now, the reasoning behind this, as flawed as it was that the Japanese Imperial Army believed that the aim of facilitating comfort stations was the prevention of rape crimes committed by Japanese Army personnel, and thus preventing the rise of hostility among people in occupied areas. That did not work. So that is just our horrifying, all too recent history. I won't see you tomorrow, Parker. I'll see you on Wednesday. DFTBA, stay super. Bye. Woo.